just check out the view, all in the queue. So be in the know, just come watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's hella to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue. All in the queue, it's hella to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue. To be in the know, just come watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's hella to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's hella to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue.
Oh, y'all, excuse me, because you know how much I hate to interrupt your scroll. So let me hurry up and get through this, because you can go back to do what you got to do, and I can go back to doing what I got to do. And I made an illustration just to make it easier for everybody. All right? This is me, and this is you, okay? And this could be a family, friend, co-worker, alone in the world with a little cat dog. I don't care who it is, to whom it may concern. However, when we get together, it is now us. You know what always gets me is when we first start out, it's always cool, calm, and collected. I like it that way. But somewhere along the lines, you realize, this is you once again, realizing that you like to play games. Okay? You have become so fascinated with playing games that now all of a sudden you think that you could play with me. Here's you thinking that you can play with me. That's crazy. It's honestly crazy, but obviously you like to live on the edge. Okay? Now, you realize that you found a new love for these games, that you want to incorporate them in your everyday lifestyle. You are dedicated to the process. You are even willing to bet it all. Now, here's this person who knows what I know, and they know that you are in a great deal of trouble, okay? What a dummy is what you call it, because to bet all of that and to only be left with my ass to kiss is diabolical. It's honestly insane if you ask me. All right now. All right, because the thing is this. Let me break it down for anybody who may be a little confused in translation. Here you are with the right idea, but the wrong bitch. Okay? It's very simple. It's extremely simple. Okay? Right idea, once again, wrong bitch. Yeah. So now that I have gotten wind of what you think is about to take place, I am pointing you in the direction of where maybe someone would like to play games, okay? Which is all the way over there, okay? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Okay, I want you to go further, and further, and further away. You're so excited to continue on with these games that you're like, how much further do I have to go? You are so busy making your way downtown, walking fast, okay? You want to get there. You're excited. And even through all of this, even through it all, I'm still being a good Samaritan, a team player, if you will. I grab my magnifying glass because I am determined to help you find you something safe to do. All right, y'all. Well, look, share with those who need to know. Have a good one. Oh.
Hey. Good evening to everyone. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you're doing well. Let me get to these comments. I'm going to go all the way back to the top because there were some people who checked in at 3:30. To the people that checked in at 3:30, boy, I appreciate you. That made me feel so good. So listen, Shank Rock. If you all, let me put this up on the screen. If you all don't follow Shank Rock, what are you doing? I'm going to put him up on my page as an exclusive page to watch. I follow him. He does some great investigations. Go check his content out. If you like him, subscribe to his page. I guarantee you're gonna like the way that he does things over there. So shout out to Shank Rock and the Rock crew. Kenneth Dawkins, hey. Pamela, you say you can't wait? Okay. Abby, come on, new member. Come on, new member. Get over there. Read all of the posts that we got over there. Go on in there and watch those videos that we have over there and enjoy yourself. I'm going to make a post for you later on this evening. Welcome you to the crew. Dave Bryson in New Zealand, what up? The Avenger, the finest man on YouTube. Come on now. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Thank you for being here, Justin. I appreciate you. You are the best mod in the entire world. Thank you. Trevor, what it do? What it do, Trevor? Trevor is from the ATN News Media Group. You all know that I mess with the ATN News Media Group. So if you haven't subscribed to them, go on over there to their channel. They are all things Flint, okay? Jim C. Hey, Jim C. Good evening to you. You over there playing that piano. What you doing? Winky Wonder, how you doing? Let's see. Butterfly Girl, how are you? Coffee Lord, hey, how you doing? Hope you doing good. Tracy K, what's up? Hey, Prima Donna, what's up? Ernesto, this soap opera was hilarious as well as sad, all in the same manner. She is going full Nino Brown on Key Food Pantry Price and the buckwheat 2.0. Ernesto, love your comments always because they are hilarious. First Lady Brown, what's going down? Look, keep that petty section to a minimum today. You are the president. You in charge. Okay? Keep the noise down for a minute. What up, Foxy Roxy? Hey, Shanita. How you doing? Succeeding too. My friend. How you doing? Tracy K, I love this little story playing Presby. Okay, I'm a little behind on the comments just because I had to go all the way back to the beginning. Bella 61 from North Carolina, what's up? Hey, Karen Johnson from GA, what's going on? Katora Davis, how you doing? Kim Johnson, how are you? I hope you're feeling good today. Golfer, how you doing? I've been so busy, Golfer. Hey, Shanita, come on with the $20 super chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I'm trying to keep up with you guys out there, okay? I'm trying. Butterfly Girl, you in South Florida? Okay. Who else with the super chat? I'm getting there. Let me see who else I need to say. Denise Carter, how you doing? K Mac, what's going on, K Mac? You usually sleep by this time, child. If you drift off, just come back and watch the replay where you left off, okay? Ain't no problem. Super producer always wants you to get your rest. Ain't no fun. I know that's right. D Roy, come on, D Roy. D Roy, I think you up there with the Avenger. I be having some fine men over here in this chat. Let me tell you, child. Okay. Let's see. Love helping out. Hey, how you doing? Easter battle. Buck baby. What's going on? Thank you for the email. I love your thoughts. We're going to talk about it. Finding good. Hey, got your chips. Marcus Harmon in the building. Come on, Shank Rock. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you for coming back. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, go over there and subscribe to Shank Rock's page. Him and the Rock crew, I love them. Love them. They are so great. His content is great. I've been over there just watching videos, trying to catch some of the lives, everything over there. I love it. Dr. Sturdivant, come on now. Uncommon Sense. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Let me see that, Mr. Karan. Come on, Karan. Okay. Oh, succeeding. You know you always going to get picked. Okay? Always. All right. Sharon Yasael, blessings to you, sister. Blessings to you. All right. Nope, not even in the building. All right. I got all my pleasantries out of the way. Okay. We got a couple of things we're going to talk about. Super producer is going to, we having class tonight. Is that okay? We're going to make it fun, but we're going to make it informative, right? We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about some stuff. Today, lots of people wanted me to break down this electoral board situation. Okay? Wait a minute. Who birthday? Somebody birthday. Who birthday? Who birthday? Somebody tell me in the chat who birthday it is. I'm seeing people talking about birthdays. Tell me, who birthday is it? Somebody says happy to be near for her 84th birthday. That's what Tracy said. Who birthday is it? Who birthday? Yeah, Trevor, electoral board objections is going. Tracy K, your mom just had her 84th birthday and we've been laughing it up for days. Come on, Tracy K, tell your mom, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear mom. Happy birthday to you. Come on. Come on now. 84. 84 years old, boy. Listen, I want my mom to live forever. Okay? I want my mom to live forever. So, happy birthday to your mom, Tracy K. All right. Class is in session tonight. You all asked me to break down this electoral board situation as I see it. And that's what we're going to do tonight. Am I a soprano or alto, Coffee Lord? I am an alto who loves to sing tenor. Figure that out. All right. I sound so much like Lil Mo. Okay. I love me some Lil Mo. She funny too. Let me see. I'm ready to sit in this chair. I slept well. Today, I ain't going to lay down because I ain't going to fall asleep. Okay, even if you do love and helping out, I'm not going to hold it against you. You just rewind. Ain't no big deal. Okay? Okay, we can wonder. Gifts and talents have I none, but such I have, I give to thee. So God has given me the talent, and so that's what I do. So that's not my talent. That's the talent that I got from above. So, you do what you know. Bug Baby, thank you for the super chat, $2.99. I appreciate it so much. All right, make sure you play it for your mom, okay? Play it for her. Play it for her, okay. Shanita, I'm not doing you tonight. I don't know what time you on. I should have called you first. Let's see what time you was on. Okay? All right, but enough. All right, so we're going to break down this electoral board situation as the super producer see it. You don't have to, yeah, I know, Shanita. You don't have to agree with the super producer. But the super producer is going to give you receipts for everything that I'm talking about tonight. And the first thing that I wanted to start with is Lil Stank. Because I want to show you how easy it would have been for Lil Stank to file the proper paperwork. Okay? Oh, thank you, Dr. Sturdivant. Thank you for the super chat of $4.99. I appreciate you so much. Okay? Okay, succeeding. Okay? Listen, y'all gonna get to know me. Black Pearl, hey, how are you? Oh, Trevor, the electoral board is the people who oversee elections here in Illinois. There's an electoral board. I mean, that's what they do out here. Donkey Jack from UK, what it do? Welcome to the channel. All right, let's do this. I'm going to show you what we're talking about, okay? First thing, how easy it would have been for Lil Stank to file her intent to be nominated at the caucus, okay? Butterfly Girl, you a new subscriber? Welcome to the family. Welcome, okay? She had Jason looking really good. Great video, SPO. Child, that thing cracked me up. I think I laughed for an hour before I posted it. Welcome to the family, baby girl. Welcome to the family, Butterfly Girl. Welcome. All right, so this is how easy it would have been for Lil Stank to file with the caucus. Let me get my glasses. I don't got to clean my glasses. Give me 1 second. In my term, Lil Stank done put them rocks out there and she done hid that stone herself, the stone. Okay, child. When y'all see how easy this is, Lord. All right, let me get my glasses on. Got to get my glasses on. Okay, glasses is on. Let's go to work. Okay. Trevor, you think the state needs to standardize election? All of these different terms and methods are hard to keep up with, and you got different ones in every state. Let's go. All right. So this is Lil Stank would have just had to download this book. It says State of Illinois 2025 Local Election Officials. That's all. Somebody in the Green Gang just needed to download this book. We go on the first page we're going to is to page 12. We're going to go to page 12. Let me see. Wait. Now my pages is off because I had to download it instead of be live. All right, so let me see. I'm going to show you guys page 12, I believe it is on here. Yep. All right. So right here, page 12. These are the filing periods. Just go there. Say you're welcome just because you're saying happy birthday. My B-Day is Monday on the 20th. So I'm celebrating. Your birthday is Monday, Dr. Sturdivant? Listen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay? That's for you, Dr. Sturdivant. Happy birthday to you. Okay? Hope that book has pictures for Tiffany. Don't have any. It don't have any, Abby, at all. Just words. But you can have somebody read it for her. Hey, Javar. Not late. You're not late. We just started. So she would have just had to download this book like I told y'all. Go to page 12. It tells you the filing periods. Y'all see it right there on the screen. It says filing periods, and it tells you, you see the highlighted ones, it tells you for which one. So the first one is established party and nonpartisan municipal office candidates. She don't want that. She wanted caucus. See this? See this caucus? Municipal caucus. In municipalities with a population of 5,000 or less, established political parties hold their caucuses on December 2nd. We know that ours was held on December 3rd. Okay, and their certificates of nomination with the municipal clerk during the filing period of December 9th through December the 16th. So all Lil Stank had to do was get her nomination paper, fill it out, and file it with the clerk between December 9th and December the 16th. Somebody let me know how hard that would have been. I mean, she had at that time, didn't she have about 2 lawyers at that time? She had 2 lawyers. Didn't nobody look it up? Nobody? Okay. Trevor, the difference between a caucus and a primary. So the caucus, you have to file your intent or your nomination papers, your intent to want to be nominated under whatever political party you're under. So in this case, Lil Stank was in the Democratic Party. So she would have had to file her nomination paper and her intent to run with the municipal clerk by the December the 9th through the 16th. And she would have had to have everybody on her slate do the same. And she would have needed a full slate to do so. So 4 trustees, a highway commissioner, a tax assessor, a clerk. Yeah. She would have had to have all of those people, okay? When she filed, all those people would have needed to file in that time frame as well, okay? Well, look, her lawyers don't work. Child. Freeman and Price are knowledgeable. How come they did have here ready for deadlines? Journey to Peace. Because that is smoke and mirrors. We're going to get into that because they try to make you believe that they're knowledgeable. but I can't count on how many hands or fingers that the lawyer during these proceedings told them that's not actually correct. But anyway, I digress. So a caucus, the party chooses. Correct. There is a caucus where voters that are registered voters in that area, they go to the caucus and they vote on the slate or that they want on the ballot. So if it's 2 people that turned in their proper paperwork and their slates, then they will vote on each, which one would be on the ballot. Okay. 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 All right. And y'all let me know if y'all going too fast. So if I'm going too fast. So we see here, all she would have had to do, file her certificates of nomination, her intent to be nominated between December 9th and December 16th. We know Lil Stank, she didn't do that. So then let's go to page 19. And even in this, you see this guide, they even give you a glossary term. They even tell you what these words mean. Lil Stank ain't got, you know what? Lil Stank didn't have no excuse. And she should not depend on other people to do what she should have done for herself if she was serious. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go to page 19. See, we need to understand these things before you guys can hear my thoughts on this caucus. That way you can understand a little bit better about what's going on. So this is the nomination process. Okay, on page 19. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to link this book. Hold on, let me see if I can. Nope, because I saved it. I'll have to go find the link, but I will find the link and then I will put it, attach it to this video. Okay. Is the name of this booklet Political Process for Dummies? I'm done. Listen, you would think, right? But no, this is a book for everybody. Caucuses are run by the parties. Primaries are run by the state. Correct. I live in a state that is a caucus and assembly state. Well, they have the ability to choose here. Charles Wingate and the Democratic committeemen chose caucus for the Thornton Township election. And so that's what happened here. All right, let's see. Anyway, it came with a glossary. I don't know what. She didn't have to figure out none. They defined the words in there for her. Okay, so this is the nomination process here. And this is petition requirements. And these right here are more for independent candidates, but everyone, I believe, has to fill out this paperwork. So this is the nomination papers filed by a candidate shall consist of the following. This is so easy. All you got to do is read. I mean, it tells you need a statement of candidacy. You need a nominating petition sheets. This right here is going to be for the independents and what is it? Because Christopher Clark is running under a party, a new political party. So these are all the things that they had to have. Receipt of the filing, a statement of economic interest. So statement of candidacy, nominated petition sheets, and receipt for filing a statement of economic interest. So these are the forms that Nate had to turn in for him to run as an independent. And we watched him talk about all of these sheets at his hearing, his statement of candidacy, his nominated petition sheets, which we know that Nate turned in his papers a little early, which they should have gave them back to him. And yeah, hoping that Nate wins in court because of that particular issue, that his papers were taken and he was not told that he was early and the papers were not given back to him. So I'm hoping that he can, kind of win on that note. These are rules about petition circulation. Okay, so right here, it tells you nomination by caucus. So I read to y'all the independents nomination, what they had to do. They had to fill out those papers, statement of candidacy, economic interest, and petitions. This right here is the nomination by caucus, municipalities, okay? And so this tells you what you have to do to do that. This tells you all of the rules right here. Participation in the caucus. Only those voters who reside within the territory for which the nomination is made shall be permitted to vote or take part in the proceedings of the caucus. No voter shall participate in more than one party caucus. That is the reason why she could not then turn around and file as an independent, because she declared as a Democrat. And so she can just turn around and go and say, oh, now I'm going to try to go as an independent. No, you already declared as a Democrat. So that is why she couldn't do it. Now, these are the documents that you have to turn in to the clerk to participate in the caucus. These are the things that she did not turn in right here. It even gives you the links to the forms. I'm confused with Lil Stank because this thing even gives you the link to the forms. Okay? I don't know. She needs some new friends because they don't like her, really. Because if they did, somebody would have just looked this up and just went and did what they were supposed to do. Okay? These are things that you have to do. A certificate of nomination by the caucus. So this would be her intent. Her intent to want to be nominated. The certificate of nomination shall be accompanied by each candidate's statement of candidacy. So everybody on her slate would have had to turn in these forms as well. Their receipt for filing a statement of economic interest. Now listen, this where it's gonna get a little sticky for Stank. Right there, that statement of economic interest. That paper would be jacked up. Okay, thoroughly jacked up. Okay, this shows how deceptive and manipulative Hendry is and why she doesn't deserve to maintain her seat as supervisor. Bingo, Terrence, because why are you lying? Nobody blocked you from getting nominated. Nobody stopped you. You did not fill out the proper forms, the paperwork and all. That's all you have to do. We have to see videos of her reading. She had a problem with variant. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And so these are the papers. I just showed y'all the papers you have to turn in beforehand. The certificate of nomination is filed with the municipal clerk filed with the municipal clerk between the 113th and 106th day, December 9th through the 16th, okay, prior to the consolidated election. The municipal clerk shall then file a certification of ballot. So right now, what's going on right now is they are rushing, trying to get through these hearings, these objection hearings, because they are on a time crunch. Do you all see this? Do you all see this? I hope you all can see this. Okay, they are on a time crunch because right here it says the certification for the ballot. So the people that are going to be on the ballot, they have to be certified no less than 68 days before April 1st. The 68th day would be January the 23rd, 2025. And I don't know if y'all heard in that meeting, they going to have a hearing on the 24th. That's going to be the 69th day. So I don't know how this is going to play out because these ballots are supposed to be certified by the 68th day, January the 23rd. So the Delgado lawyer, she really had me confusion because That right there, you see that right there, and it gives you the Illinois statute, the 68th day, which will be January the 23rd, not the 24th, not the 25th, not the 26th, not the 31st. But it says it has to be certified the 68 days before April 1st. So they tight with this time. So I don't know. I want to see something fun. See fun state rep reading. Oh, y'all on different type of time in there. If y'all could please, because my moms are reminding me, like this video. If you would. Like the video, share the video, subscribe, all of those. Are most of the objection from Hendria's crew and is Monday is a holiday, and she says she has court on Tuesday. What did you read right there? I feel like it's some shenanigans going on right there. Right there. Because what do this say? And this is the 2025. Y'all saw the first page, 2025. This is the 2025 handbook. This says not less than 68 days before April 1st, 2025. That will be January 23rd. So I don't know what type of time. I don't know what type of time she on. But right there, that's my first red flag for Tiffany from the Delgado Law Group. That's my first red flag for her. Okay? All right. We're going to get to that, Trevor. What objections are there? This is simple, straightforward law. This isn't something like tax or gun laws. Okay? We'll get there, Trevor. Give me a few minutes. I'm making my way. Okay. Then I need to go to, what page are we on? Let's see. Did we go through? All right, we're going in the right direction. We need to go to page 24. I wanted to talk about the procedure for filing of nomination papers. Okay, so let's talk about that. So the clerk is supposed to put a filing notice in the local paper or, wherever there's a high traffic of people, they're supposed to be notified. So this is the procedure for filing of nomination papers. Accept and issue a receipt for nomination papers. So the clerk has to issue them a receipt, time and date stamp papers, and preserve nomination papers for 6 months. Okay? Multiple sets of nomination papers. If multiple sets of nomination papers are filed for a candidate to the same office, the state of board elections, the appropriate election authority. I mean, this right here breaks down everything for you. I think, okay, this is what I wanted to go to. Defeated candidates. Can you run again? Do y'all see how simple this language is? Can you run again? And I mean, what we talk about here? Sounds like something ain't going to be happening unless the holiday going to excuse it. Listen, love helping out. Y'all asked me to review. I'm just giving you my synopsis. That's it. Is that why KP and Michael Smith was trying to get the ball moving before the 24th court case? Exactly. Okay. I love the way the judge treated Max Solomon today. Okay, we'll talk about it a little bit, Justin. Her lawsuits will be mute after January 23rd. Charles Wingate. I never seen you before, but welcome. This is the kind of talking back I like. Okay, this what I like. I like that kind of talking back. You on my type of time. Okay. Will be what? Mute after January 23rd, allegedly. Because y'all heard them in that meeting putting out dates. This handbook guy say they only got 68 days. Somebody ain't doing that right. Somebody not doing that right. Okay? I don't know. Somebody not doing that right. Anyway, we're going to continue on. Now, lots of people were saying, oh, can she still get on the ballot? She was never a candidate, so, because she never turned in her papers. But this right here tells you that defeated candidates cannot get back on the ballot. Right here. Any established party candidate who filed nominated papers and who is defeated in the consolidated primary election is not eligible to have their name placed on consolidated election ballot as an independent candidate or as a candidate for another political party, and is not eligible to file a declaration of intent to be a write-in candidate in the consolidated election. I'm just saying. Coffee Lord, we're going to talk about it today at the end of the show. Don't worry. We're going to talk about it. So, you see that? Okay. Y'all saw it. That's all I'm going to say. We're going on to page 28 because we got a few things to get through tonight. We also know that Lil Stank would have never made it through campaign disclosure documents because we've been watching, if you haven't been watching her campaign donations, we haven't seen it move since May of last year. So, you know, she wouldn't have made it past this part either because we haven't seen any campaign funds disclosed on that website. Then I want to go to page 30. I'm going to page 30 because look right here. It says the Township Officers Electoral Board. Okay. The composition of the Electoral Board for the township is Township Supervisor, Township Clerk, and eligible elected Township Trustee having the longest term of continuous service as Township Trustee. So Tiffany, Loretta Wells, and Darlene Gray Everett is the longest term of continuous service. Now, they were issued a vacate order. Tiffany, Darlene were issued a vacate order for the board. That means they could no longer be on the board. They shouldn't have been on the board that first day that they was on there, that they had these proceedings. They shouldn't have been on there at all. I'm going to show y'all why. Let me make sure I keep it up with these comments. That's why they filed a redo instead of write-in. That's why they tried. How do you view your campaign donations? Journey Peace, you go to, there's like loads of websites that you could go to. But for here, you're going to go to the Cook County Board of Elections, and there is a tab that says campaign contributions or something like that. And then you can type in their name and pull up their stuff. All right. Let me show y'all why they had to be removed. And I'm telling you, they should not have been on there in the first place. Let me find the paper and then I'm going to switch it so y'all can see. Okay, I'm going to switch to this. All right, y'all see this? All right. Tells you right there the time is of the essence. Okay. All objections to candidates' eligibility to run for office must be resolved by the procedures set out in Article 10 of the Election Code. Okay. This right here tells you that the burden of proof is on the objector. So we're going to get into that when we watch the video. Okay. Hearing officers. This is what I'm talking about when I tell you that Tiffany and them should have never been at that first meeting that they had for the Electoral Board. Okay? I need to be in bed for work tomorrow. However, this is good information. Journey to Peace. Hit the rewind, sweetheart. I don't want you to be asleep at work, and I don't want you to miss your alarm. Hit the rewind. It's okay. Thank you for coming in tonight and viewing with us. If you can't stay up, It's okay. Hit the rewind. All right, right here, it says substitutions. Any party may request substitution of a hearing officer prior to the commencement of the initial hearing before the hearing officer, right? Thereafter, request shall only be granted upon good cause shown. Okay, I'm going to show you the good cause. That should have been shown. Got to find the page. Hold on. This whole thing right here, this explains the evidentiary hearing, the things that they were talking about in the video. I found all of this stuff for you all. I will try to link it to this video so that you all will have it. I think I go back to the top. Hold on. There is a section in here that tells you that if it is an election year and the people on the election board, i.e. the supervisor, the clerk, if any of those people are up or are trying to be on the ballot, you can ask for a substitution and they shouldn't be on the board. That's in these papers. I forgot to write down the page, but it's in these papers. She could donate money to her own campaign travel. Terrence Henry has led the public into believing she was disenfranchised, but here we have evidence that she wasn't eligible to participate in the caucus. Despite this, she still that part. She gonna double down on the lie. She gonna double down on the lie, Terrence, because that's what you do. You're not gonna be caught in the lie. You're gonna double down on them. There's a slide here that I can't remember which slide because I didn't write it down on this page. But there's a slide here that says that you can ask for substitution. That's slide 8. But it tells you why. And the reason why is because if it's an election year and the people that are on the electoral board are trying to run, that's why in Dalton, they made an ordinance to move to have the electoral board be Cook County instead of Dalton, because Tiffany is running for mayor in Dalton. So electoral board hearings and objections go to Cook County. Cook County hears it in there. But we're going to use all of these. Listen, all of this stuff tells you, you hear it in the meeting. They were talking about subpoenas. I have it all right here laid out in all of these right here. Okay? Slides. Perfect for you guys. Just to be able to go through and be able to read. Okay? Child, I try. I take this seriously. I want y'all to know. I want y'all to absolutely know when y'all being bamboozled. Okay? Okay? I want you to know. Okay? You think he was trying to withdraw his objection because of perjury? I'm going to show you why he was trying to withdraw his objection. Okay? All right. That's why Tiffany was sitting there looking crazy. Okay? Y'all, is everything becoming just a little bit clearer for you? Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how I'm doing. If I'm doing okay and you can follow me, then let me know that you are following me. Let's see. Let's see. I think I need to go. It says the page. I can't see the comments. Hold on. That's it. Succeeding. Y'all need to just stop believing the stuff that she be saying. Okay? Because it's not, it don't be correct. It's not correct at all. Okay? Miss Min Mike following. Okay. Hey, Miss Min Mike. Good evening to you. Okay, I'm trying to get through this so that I can get y'all out of here and get y'all to bed. 10:15, stay with me just a little bit longer. Okay, Terrence, thank you. Thank you. Terrence, listen, talk back. Okay? You know how the preacher tell you talk back? So he can speed up, get through this. He ain't gonna be long, and he be long-winded. That's not me. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Okay. Hey, James Jones, how you doing? Okay. So we got that. Now we're going through this handbook. This handbook has all of this knowledge in it. You don't even have to tell you step by step how to do everything. Okay. Now, this is what we worried about. We worried about this ballot certification. 68 days. That's why you see the Delgado lawyer in there talking about well, we're tight on time. We only have 9 days. We gotta do this. Because you're supposed to certify that ballot by January the 23rd. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? According to this handbook for 2025. Okay? Somebody lying. All right, now. Okay, how y'all feeling so far? I don't want to overwhelm you. Okay? But we got a few more things to get through. Stay with me just a little bit longer. Stay with me just a little bit longer. I said stay with me just a little bit longer. Okay, let me see. Let me stop playing. Y'all, because I'm getting sleepy now myself. You're doing a great job, super producer. I no longer have confusion. Great. Pamela, that's great. I'm going to link all of these things to the video, okay? So that you all can go get them, because we have more electoral hearings coming up. I want you to have them so you know the words, so you can say, okay, this is what they're doing now. This is where they at now, okay? There's probably an attorney on the opposing party waiting to let her know the date. You are breaking this down with excellence. Thank you, because that's what I strive for, okay? I'm not about to give y'all no junk, okay? Okay. And I do, Javar. And I do. Okay. Now, we're going to go from that to going into, I'm going to use the slides that I showed you all previously to explain words to you from the hearing, okay? Okay? All right. So let me say this too. So we saw Tiffany got taken off of the board. Darlene got taken off of the board because Darlene is allegedly, I guess, running again. And the clerk asked to be removed. That's where we at. Okay? Now, let's go here. I'm going to show you guys this. So now we're going to move into objections. So nominations papers have been filed, certified with the clerk. Everybody that wants to run have filed their papers, their statement of candidacy, their statement of economic interest, their petitions, if they have to get petitions, campaign disclosures, all of those things have been filed. Okay? Once those things are filed, then you have, or whoever has, 5 days to file objections to the nominees. Okay? We got that? 5 days from the last day of filing. Last day of filing, December 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So by December the 21st, you have to be filing objections. Okay? Got it. Got it. Got it. Everybody got it? Hold on. Let's see. Hey, Finding Good. Darlene, who does nothing should never been on. You said it, I didn't. Okay. I'm going to leave that right there. Make a motion that Carmen Carlisle as clerk of Thornton Township. Okay. I might second that. Okay. Darlene, who doesn't have her own mind, nor her voice is running for what? Okay, child. Anyway, you have your second, Javar. Wait a minute. Yeah, January 21st. I'm sorry. January 21st. January 21st. Okay. All right. Y'all got that. Whatever the last day is of filing for the nomination papers, you got 5 days after that to file your objection. 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay? Okay, these objections started in December though. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, let me show y'all one last thing about this right here. Okay, this is the handbook. This is the handbook, right? Watch me go to the end of this handbook. At the end of this handbook, right, has every form that you need to file for nomination, candidates. All of it is hyperlinked right here. All you have to do is click on it, and it takes you right to the form. Print it out and turn it in. Okay. That woman ain't have an excuse in the world about why she didn't do what she supposed to do. Anyway, you're welcome, succeeding, no worries. Okay, so now, objections. Let's talk about it. We got an easy paper that we can look at, explain it to you. Okay, here we go. Objections. Let me see if I can get it closer for y'all. How's that? Can y'all see it? Okay. Understanding objections to nomination papers. Okay, we ready? Class in session. What is an objection? When an individual or a group challenge the qualifications of a candidate or the adequacy of the candidate's nomination documents, i.e., they don't think you are eligible to hold the office or you haven't properly completed your nomination papers. Okay? 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 That's what it is. Now let's go over here. It says, objections must include, okay? We're going to get to the confusion from yesterday, the confusion, child. Oh, Lord. An original and 2 copies. You need to have an original of your objection and 2 copies. That's what you're supposed to bring. That's what you're supposed to bring. So let me get in this camera so y'all can see me. When you bring your objections to the clerk's office, you're supposed to have your original copy and 2 copies. You. So the foolery for me is when they said that the clerk made the copies. Now, why should she be making copies when even the handbook say you got to bring your original and 2 copies of your own? So make it make sense to me why Whitney Houston was even copying anybody's papers. Somebody get in the comments and tell me why. Y'all just saw I read it to you. It's also in the handbook. Okay? That way the stamp is stamped and not. Come on. Come on in the room. Y'all out here preaching. Y'all, that's what y'all doing. Y'all out here feeding the folks. Surely the Lords would know all of this, wouldn't they? And they would. That's why Bert Olderson's team was like, she did what? When you bring your objection papers, you're supposed to have your original paper and 2 copies. Listen, I'm just bringing the word. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay? He couldn't answer that, could he? He just said, I got just one. Because where's your 2 copies, sir? But anyhow, I digress. Let's finish reading. This is insane. Objector's name and residence address, full nature of objection to the nomination papers or petitions in question, interest of the objector in the matter, state what relief is sought from the Electoral Board. Okay, so when you saw them say, we only got 2 papers. Your first page, listen, your first page says number 1. The second page says number 8. Where is 2 through whatever? 2 through 7. Where's 2 through 7? Where is not 227? Where is 2 through 7? Where is it? This was the big calamity. Where is it? See, this is the reason why you're supposed to bring your original copy and 2 copies. That's why. They're right there. That's why. Okay? Because I think KP and Michael were running on E, and they probably got everything notarized prior to them slithering in because they were on the final day. Whatever their excuse was, it makes the clerk no difference. You're supposed to have your sugar honey iced tea together. Okay, anywho, don't mind me. That's what it say. Okay. Now let's look at this. It says any registered, hold on, let me put it back on the screen. Put it back on the screen. Okay. So who files an objection? Any registered voter who lives within the same unit of government or district as the candidate can file an objection to the candidate's qualifications or nomination documents. So this is the reason that the Shawshank Redemption Law Firm was able to file an objection because they live in the township. Okay. Where's an objection filed? In the office of the local election official, election authority, or the state board of elections where the original petition was filed. So it was filed at the township, so that's why they had to file their objections at the township. When is an objection filed? Filed within 5 days of the end of the candidate filing period. Why is an objection filed, including but not limited to? I just told y'all this. Candidate doesn't meet requirements. Candidate doesn't live in district filed for. Petition doesn't contain file enough valid signatures. Candidate didn't properly meet various statutory requirements for their nomination papers. The rules of the objection process are regulated by the Illinois state statute, and it gives you the statute. If y'all want this flyer, I'll post it on my I'll try to post it on my community page. Okay, let me show y'all something else. Listen, this stuff would have been so easy, okay? They weren't numbered. It was the objection page and a signature page. But child, find it good. It was the one, the top page had number 1 on it, which was their objection to Napoleon Harris's residency. The second page they had number 8 on it. I'm going to show y'all in a second because I got the papers. They thought Clerk Wells was with them. I believe that's what you wanted to say. And they did. They probably allegedly wanted her to do something illegal. But anywho, KP, referring to Nate Fields, told him, "You'll never make the ballot," and told Nate he had to come through him to make the ballot. He called him a young buck and asked him how that worked out for him. Child, if Nate go in there in that courtroom and tell their judge, this man had unfair access to my papers, what we doing? Because why would KP be behind the desk when he don't work at the township at the time that Nate turned his papers in? Because that's what I would tell the judge, and I would subpoena the clerk and ask her, was he there when this young man turned his papers in? Poo. But anywho, KP invested, and they did, and she did not because she was under oath. And if she wanted to commit perjury and go to jail, I don't think Mayor Wells over there in Phoenix would have liked that. But anyway, none of my business. Okay? All right. And he did it twice. All right, let's get back to this. Now, y'all see this paper right here? This tells you how. This tells you objection filing guidelines. This tells you how to file the objection. Okay? Again, it tells you who may object. And look right here. It says how to object. The objection process is highly formal process. Legally registered voters wishing to object to candidacy or referendum are required by law to do the following to have their objection heard. File an original and 2 copies of their objection petition in writing. Objection petitions do not include 2 copies. That do not include 2 copies will not be accepted. Clerk's office staff will not make copies for you. Who just read that with me? Was y'all able to see that on the screen? Was y'all able to see that? They made her look, they call her integrity into question. Did y'all just read what I read? Did y'all see that? It says the clerk's office will not make copies. Did they testify and tell them people that the clerk made copies? Listen, I was over here minding my Black-owned business, and y'all was the ones that asked me to review this meeting. I was minding my business. So don't be sending your trolls over here at me. Okay? I was minding my Black-owned business. Somebody came over and said, "Super producer, can you break this down for us, please?" So I'm just doing what the majority of the folks over here voted for. So don't be coming at me sideways. Okay? I wonder if Mayor Wells was addressed. I don't know, child. Did it? They must have thought the Capitals meant to ignore. They did, Couture. I heard that. I know I heard that when y'all asked me to review this video. I spent all day today watching it, and we need to talk about some things too. So producer, they was anxious to change the law. He said Nate needed to humble himself next time. Well, maybe KP will be humble next time. Him and Mike both thought they ate filing there. So game over. What we doing? Does the electoral board not withstand this? Listen. Let's hope. I'm gonna tell y'all how things work, and then we're gonna have to figure out what the lawyers are gonna do. Okay? Reviews are good because I don't get everything. Okay. Truth is the truth. Listen, I do not recall anyone saying the clerk made copies for them. They did when they started counting them staple holes in the paper. I got the video, so we gonna watch it. But who remembers from yesterday that I don't know if it was Michael or if it was KP that said Clerk Wells made copies? Hey, Michelle. Somebody let who is that, Michael? Somebody let Michael know that was said yesterday. And they was. Let me read these comments. Let me see. Yep. Dave Bryson say he saw it. The clerk will probably follow the paper protocol for the duration of her term. Child. They told all her business. All her unmentionables was out. Anywho, they were trying to blame her for missing third because they said what? They was counting them. Tell me they was not counting them staple holes in them papers. Because for why? He and KPMS think they do smart. They think they know everything. Can't tell them nothing. Now look at them. Now look at them. We gonna sit here and look at them. Okay? Okay, Michael. All these people saw. I'm gonna play it for you. You got to worry about it. We gonna get there. They said she made copies multiple times and they test them up. Michael, we can forward. Will our forward be answered? They got a forward system. You go there, you put it in. We still ain't heard back from our forward about the but I know what I got a trick. I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Rosetta for Wiley. Hi, it was Michael Smith. Okay. Oh, people is coming out the bushes to let me know. Okay. Okay. Wasn't that right before here? I remember super duper producer. Okay, girl, listen. I listened to this meeting, this 2.5, almost 3-hour meeting twice. Okay, because I make sure I don't want to lie. I'm not going to lie on nobody in there. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I heard it and they said something about counting staple holes. Now, that's their friend. That's her friend, Michelle. No, we ain't gonna talk about they did her dirt. That was their friend. Nope. We not gonna do that. They threw the water under that bush. Do you hear me? I think they threw her under a bus that they got off the metro. She went right under there from the metro. Okay. Okay. Court was crazy too. We gonna talk about it, Michelle. Michael was big man. He asked about the copies he received. He didn't remember what he said 45 minutes before that. Child. But they think they so smart, okay? Listen. I'm not doing anything. Y'all asked me to review this. I was minding my Black-owned business. Here y'all come. Over to my page saying, can I review? Somebody asked me. Okay? You did 4 for objection. I received them. One of the objections only had 2 pages. And they did. And I got it. I'm going to show it to y'all. She was looking at the, and she was like this. I said, go ahead, Whitney Houston. When will people learn Henya is loyal to no one and no one? Absolutely no one. But sister, I remember I mentioned her a few videos ago. I saw this comment. You did? Yeah, smarter than a 5th grader. Neither one of them is. They volunteered to go pick her up, which was odd. That was allowed. She was minding her Black-owned bit, and I was. We're going to get into my review of the video right after this. We're going to finish this paper, okay, because this tells you about the objection. So we just read in big bold letters, clerk's office staff. So everybody nobody in the office will not make copies for you. List the name of the person objecting and their address on the objection petition. List the name of the candidate being objected to and the office on the objection petition. State the grounds upon which the objector believes that a candidate's nominating papers are insufficient, including facts to support the grounds. In the past, these have included the candidate. The reason why I said the facts to support the grounds, because I seen in the video where the lawyer that was representing Christopher Clark, Michael Smith, and KP said that they didn't have some information that they needed. Well, this right here says you're supposed to have all the information that you need when you file the objection. So I'm not understanding a few things that's going on, the goings-ons of this. Okay? But that's what that paper said. That paper said you need to have all your business properly packaged and put together. That's not what I was hearing. I don't know if I'm the only one that was hearing and not hearing, but that's not what I was hearing. But anywho, Michael remembered what he said. He reverted back to his criminal days once he realized he messed up with I do not recall. And then that part. And he looks, and you know what? We'll get into it when we look at it. If the clerk is not supposed to make copies, how is it they obtain a copy of the stamped documents? Okay, so that's why they bring 2 copies, right? She gets the original and stamps it with a red stamp. They have 2 copies. So they copy, get a red stamp, and she get that back to them. And then she stamp their copy and put it with. Okay, that's how they go. At least that's how they should work. Okay, that's why you're supposed to have your original and 2 copies. Let me get my fingers right. I'm getting sleepy too. Okay. Where was the original with the red stamp to prove the paper was submitted? Fox A. Anyway, I asked SP to review this sheet, okay, of the heinous objection. I just wanted to find things to laugh or cry about. How petty is she? Christopher Clark filed the petition. He filed an objection along with the Gangrene gang. We get ready to talk about it. Super producer, did you catch them say that Christopher Clark was there too at some point? He probably was. He probably popped in to see how things were going. But Nate has a chance to get back on. He needs to present his case properly, and I think he has a lawyer, to the judge, to a judge. So the judge, they took it to court. So they went above the electoral board and took it to court, which is what they should have done. Okay? The board was too lenient. They said their subpoenas may need more time to be, because we're going to talk about that. Let's get into it, okay? He had a black stamp. The reason they do not make copies are for reasons such as and don't. This is the reasoning. So doesn't that mean there should have a red stamp on theirs as well? At least one of their copies, the copy she gave back to them, should have a red stamp on it. Loretta has been a clerk for a while. Hope she learned never again. Still, she not running again, so she said she can't take it. The clerk had her copy, which should have been the original, with her red stamp, because she gonna stamp. She gonna stamp 2 with red. She might have 1 with a black for their copy and put that with it. Anyway. Okay, I hope the hammer. Okay, Napoleon lawyer asked who was Mr. Clark. Funny. Nate needs to just copy what you said tonight. Boom, game over. And over. I hope they bring that up. I hope they bring all of this stuff up, because now you're in a different court. You're in a different arena. You're in a court of law. Okay? Napoleon's attorney made Michael tell him that Christopher Clark was the 3rd person there. Okay, child, for the record. We need to get these things on the record. Okay, anywho, let's go back and finish this, and then we can go to the video. All right. So we read the grounds. You're supposed to have everything you need. This is what it said. In the past, these have included the candidate does not live in the district. The candidate is not registered to vote. The candidate did not submit a sufficient number of valid signatures, or the candidate failed to file a statement of candidacy or a receipt for the filing of their statement of economic interest. Note, objections may be based on other grounds. The objector should sign their objection and can have it notarized. But you notice it don't have to be, but they say it can. Where or when to file your objection. Objections are filed with the Cook County. Well, in this case, they were filed with the clerk. So in the area that the petition was filed. So they were filed with the clerk. Hearings on objections are through the electoral board. So this is the board. Actually, the Cook County had to appoint the 3 people that you saw there because Tiffany and Darlene were removed. All right, so that paper tells you about that. All right, now, what's this? Y'all want to know what this is? Let me put my thing up here. Hold on. Let me put my thing up here. All right. So this paper right here. This paper right here. Y'all know what y'all looking at? Clark was sitting in court with Tiffany. Hold on. Napoleon's attorney. All right. When that lawyer asked if there was a red stamp, okay, child. Exhibit Q was the Kurt's copy, I believe it was. All right, let's see. Okay, this right here, this is the objection papers in question. You stuck on the staple? All of them were stuck on the staple, child. This is the objection papers in question. I have redacted the first paragraph because it contains addresses, the addresses of the gang, Green Gang. And while I'm not a fan, I'm not going to dox them. Okay? Super producer is fair. So this is what they turned in to the clerk. Let's go to the papers in question. Okay? Let me see. These are the papers that are in question. So they're telling them that they received, and this is what's in here. They received this first paper right here. It says objections to nomination petitions. Y'all see it? This is what the clerk received. This is the first page. It has number 1 on it right here. Physical presence, intent to remain there as permanent home. This is the question of the residency, right? It goes from that to, like she said, number 8. Right there. When selection nominees, and this is about the caucus. So where's the rest of the stuff? Where's the rest of the objections? This is what they were talking about. You missing 2 through 7. Where's she at? Where is she? You welcome, Winky Wonder. If y'all ask me to do something, I'm gonna try. Now there might be some things that I might say no to, but this one I could do. Okay? The one against the trustees in the Park District, the judge made Max look very... Max is incompetent. I don't know when y'all gonna stop thinking he a lawyer for real. MS could have lost the paper between the notary and the clerk, so the notary wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary. See, this is what they get for thinking they so smart. I told y'all, do the Shawshank Redemption law firm need to be fired? Because they even need the notary. It said you could have the notary or not have the notary. Okay? 2 through 7 is critical because you're supposed to have all of your papers. You saw that, right? It said you have to have all of your papers and your things together when you file. This the same thing that KP told Nate that he needed to have his stuff in order. Well, baby, that came back to bite you so fast. That didn't make no sense. That how fast that came back. Okay? Do it look like it's folded in the corner? And that's because it was copied. But why? Why was it copied? Because you're supposed to bring your own copies. Okay. Lying always gets you. Y'all gonna learn about that line. I done told y'all that so many times. Y'all gonna learn about that line. They talk about staples. I want to hear nothing about staples. Where that paper at? That's what I want to know. Okay. I don't know, Sharon, but I don't want them coming after me talk about I doxed them or nothing. I ain't doing any of that. I'm gonna do no doxing over here. Donald, Doug, and Bozo, okay? Thinking they know something. So what is the point if NH is ineligible? The Repub candidate wins automatically, or they think the write-in for her will work, although as noted, she can't be write-in. No, if, which I doubt, the NH will be ineligible. I doubt, highly doubt. Then there's other candidates for supervisor. Currently, Sidney Moore is he's going through his judicial process through the courts. You had Christopher Clark, who turned in himself and 4 trustees. We don't know. Nate may get on the ballot. We don't know. And I think those were the three. I mean, so they have choices, but I think you'll see that Nate will be successful, and I'll show you why. He did, Coffee Lord. I'll have to try to see if I can find out something. But look at that. So y'all see it right there. They was missing page that had 2 through 7. And that's all they was trying to tell these little wannabe lawyers, that you're missing your page 2. Okay? KP tried to feed Wells the storyline. He said, stop testifying and ask a question. Thank you. Crazy. Trying to lead the witness. That's what he was trying to do. Trying to lead the witness. He told Nate that he learned the game well. No, he didn't. Okay. Okay, sure. All right, they have other guns. That's why Chris. All right, now let's get into this video. Let me get my notes for this video. Y'all see this? Y'all see what I be going through for y'all? Y'all see this notebook? Y'all see this is my investigation notebook. Boy, for 2 days. For 2 days. I've been getting this stuff together for y'all. Okay? Let me go to my video commentary. Y'all ready? Let's get started. This gonna be quick. They lost me when they wanted to bring the notary. For what? Because you didn't even have to have it. Irregularities is what they are. Irregularities. That's the first thing. We appreciate it, super producer. Okay, Dave. I'm gonna work for the people. I'm glad to learn all these rules and laws for the next project down the street from the. And let's go, Justin. Okay. Now we're gonna go to the video. Gonna give you my little thoughts on that. Let me put it up.
Video call. I recommend a change that it be by all any electronic means to allow appearance by Zoom.
This is the beginning. First of all, I want to talk to you all about something. Can I be honest? I'm gonna pause the video right there. Can I be honest with y'all? Give me my honest thoughts. I've been waiting to see your face and get this. Okay. Thank you, SP. It is why I subbed. Lady, you are the truth. If it wasn't so cool, I would come up. I'm a tropical sister. Come on now. It's cool. You should. Okay. I only caught things because I watched it 20 times, 20 minutes at a time. It took me 2 days. Okay. Okay, succeed. Who is the camera person? This is Critical Smokers feed video. So you all make sure I already gave him credit on this video. Super producer like you, I hope other YouTubers and legacy media pick up on this story. Henry needs to be exposed, and definitely do. Okay? Definitely do. These positions require levels of knowing and following laws. Tiff finessed her way first time, treated the people bad, and assumed she would finesse them a second time. Nope. Because fool me once, blame me. Right? Fool me twice, can't be. Nate posted his scheduling order on Dalton Positive page. By the way, you are awesome, super producer. You answered so many questions for me tonight. You welcome, She Marie. And I'll go look. The notary was the clerk candidate on Tiffany's slate. We already know how that is. Anywho, Clark is running under this Reform Throwing Party. He is. However, allegedly, I told you all, he don't really want the position. He was, you know what? Before we go to this video, let me go back to show y'all these papers. Now, super producer breaks everything down well. We learn here, and you do. Class is in session tonight. Okay? I believe they turned the objections in 8:45 p.m. Child. Sorry that Zoom had me for a second. Ryan, how are you, my friend? Okay. Exactly, Foxy. As she'd be credible. We already know how that is. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you guys something. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you were on my live when I talked about the Speaker of the House, Chris Welch. Put a 1 in the chat. And I told you that he had a war chest of $38 million. And I told you that he was the one allegedly protecting those things. Do y'all remember? All right. Now look at this. The second case that they called was Keith Price, Michael Smith, I forget some lady's name, and Christopher Clark. They were all together for this one objection, for this objection. The next objection, it was case 2, right? Okay? Case 2. Let me show you when I said what I said about the Speaker of the House and him allegedly protecting Bill Stank. Look at this. These are the objection papers, right? We're going to go right down here to this bottom right here. It says that these papers were prepared by Ed Mullen and Carrie Lynn Kraftheffer of what? Ansel and Glink. Ansel and Glink. Who work at Ansel and Glink? Tell me in the chat. Who work at Ansel and Glink? Who know? Tell me who used to work at Ansel and Glink. Go ahead. Y'all working tonight. Y'all doing investigation tonight. Tell me who was a lawyer there. A partner, no less. Tell me. Nope, Justin. The hen keeper. The hen keeper and his wife. And his wife. So that's that part. That part. This part right here. So when I said what I said about who is why would the village attorneys, Ansel and Glink, who is the village attorneys for Harvey, come and do these objections? All right. I'm going to let y'all fight it out in the comments. Hello, all in the queue. Miss couldn't answer a simple yes or no question. I think a little dyslexia much, allegedly. I can see them fumbling through so many papers and screwing them up. Okay, child. Shut the front door. Okay. SP, you are a cold lady. You are educating us tonight. School isn't. Let's go. Because, see, we need to know who to get rid of. When you're investigating, you need to gather all of the pieces. Don't leave one piece behind. We need every piece to make this puzzle. Okay? Okay? Now, why? And I hope the city of Harvey is watching, because I hope you didn't pay for Ansel and Glink to come and field an objection that was a personal matter for your mayor. Okay? Okay, Harvey. Y'all need to be following a warrant list of Ansel and Glink's invoices, because you better not see this on there. And if you don't see it on there, you should wonder, who paying them? Why did they come? Enjoying this, succeeding to enjoying this video before some shutout. How is your eve? Okay, great. I'm glad y'all are enjoying. And been so since he was the president of the school board in District 205. But anyway. Okay. That's all I want to tell y'all. Now, let's talk about this board. Now, the first problem I have with this board, this is just super producer. It's late at night. Y'all finna get the real super producer. So this is the first set of problems that I have. There are no people of color on this electoral hearing board. For a township that has a predominantly minority makeup, I'm not seeing anybody on the board that look like me. That's a problem for me. I mean, it's a problem for me. Y'all wanted my opinion? This is my opinion. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's my first observation about this board. Okay? No people of color. None. In an area. Okay? You should see somebody, because see, when you ask for a jury trial, it's a makeup of a jury of your peers. So you have to see some people that look like you. So what you trying to tell me? You trying to tell me that there's no one in the Southland that is qualified to be on this board that look like me? Okay. I'm just saying. Anywho, that's my opinion. Don't come over here with no nonsense, making comments on my video after I said what I said. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing for me, I don't know how much they get paid. Lisa Lee, you would have to forward the Cook County Electoral Board to find out. Okay. Hey, Monica Ortiz. That's what these dysfunctional thieving. Okay. Maybe, Sharon. But that does not discount the fact that I should still see somebody that look like me. Okay. And they are all older age. Okay. It would be a good looking board if there were more people like you. Well, thank you, Dave Brasson. I definitely appreciate you. I understand, but it isn't. At least the candidates are white and objections are black. I understand, but it isn't at least a... Listen, Tina P, if you was to go and you ask for a jury trial, and you go into that jury trial, and from your picture, this is the only thing I can gather from your picture, and you go into a jury trial and you see only people that look like me, that wouldn't be fair to you. That would not be fair to you at all. You said a jury of your peers, so it should be mixed. When you go work a job, there's a mixture of people on that job. Yes, I was about to type about the lack of... Okay. I'm just, super producer is just giving you her view. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, I said you should be on there. Lovey Jackson, hi. I agree, but I think we need more of us to get involved and run for these positions. We definitely do. But the least I could do is have somebody that look like me if somebody is objecting to me. I don't mind having the other people there. No, that's fine. But there should have been at least one person that looked like me. This is my opinion. It's my opinion. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's move on to conflicts. Let's talk about conflict. Okay. I'm gonna name some conflicts. Some things that's conflicting for me. Okay, some sorry y'all, I need to bring up something on my phone. Let's talk about some things that's conflicting for me. Oh Lord, have mercy, Jesus. All right. You agree, Tina P? Okay, good. I want it to be fair for you too. If something was to happen Tina P, let me tell y'all something. If I was to get jury duty, which I probably never would. Hey, Shadow Seeker. Napoleon has a white attorney and he is technically the defendant, not KP or Dots. Correct. We're going to talk about it. Super and Q Crew. I'm tapping out. I'm going to bed. Okay, go to bed, Trevor. Love you. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, so let's talk about conflicts. First conflict. Tiffany, who is the lawyer from the Delgado law firm, who is kind of like presiding over this meeting, okay? She is also the township attorney. Should she be presiding over this hearing? I feel like the Delgado law firm should have been recused as well, and they should have got an outside firm. Hey, Martin. Look, Lord have mercy. We got a celebrity in the chat. Come on, Martin. Martin G is in the chat. Good evening to you, Martin G. Welcome. 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 I hope that me and Martin G get to do something together in a few. What you guys think? Get in the comments and go off while I talk about this. Okay? So that's conflict number one for me. She is the township attorney. That is a strict conflict of interest for me. And for me, I feel like, okay, Martin, we're going to get it together. I feel like they should have been recused and vacated along with Tiffany and Darlene. Okay, because a lot of decisions, and we're going to get ready to go through it, that she's making in here is very strange and odd and very lenient. If we're talking about this being a judicial proceeding, this decision carries weight. Some of the things that she did, she know would never have been done, okay, in a regular courtroom, in a regular proceeding. So no, Leroy and Skillet, I'm dead. Okay, so then that's the first conflict for me with her. Okay. The second thing is KP and Michael Smith are often allowed in restricted areas that they should not be. Matter of fact, we know that at one point, Keith Price had access to the warrant list because he talked at several meetings about Trustee Carlisle asking for information and he giving it to her. Sir, why would you be giving anybody any information that you shouldn't have access to? Because you was never voted and approved by the board. Let me know. Y'all let me know. It not only is a conflict, she acts on the conflict, crossing the line, and the board has to tell her. This is one of the reasons why you're frustrated? Exactly. Darlene Gray was up next to her at the Nate's Electoral. They should have never started those proceedings or been in them. It's a conflict of interest when she is trying to get on the ballot. She has an active, open lawsuit and case against the Democratic Party about this caucus. Okay? Katura, you remember? Several meetings he said, Lil Stank, let him talk and say, several meetings he said that. That law firm, okay. If you're not subscribed to Martin G's page, y'all go over there and subscribe. Like, share. He has some great videos over there. Sherry was just over there the other night. Y'all go over there and watch it if you haven't seen it. Yes, those jokers were in restricted areas in Dalton as well. Tell it, Miss Prima Donna. Wiggany is the habitual stepper, line stepper, and is. And everybody you see that be around her, they okay with line stepping too. Okay? All right. Let's go. Now, let's watch this. Let me let y'all watch this.
Or by telephone or any electronic means rather than just by video call. So, or your cell phone call would be sufficient.
Okay, so Mr. Swanson, Member Swanson, are you making a motion to amend the rules to reflect your suggestion?
Yes, that's a motion.
Okay, we're
do
not
we have
going
a
to talk
second?
about everything in here, but I am going to tell y'all about some of the parts you couldn't hear. So this first part right here, they opened the meeting with the first order of business being to amend the rules to allow people to participate via phone, audio, or video. That was the first order of business. Okay, that was the first thing they did. And I don't know who that was to benefit. I'm not sure, as the lawyer sitting there for the Harris team, that I don't know. I don't know if I would have allowed that, because we in a battle. We in a battle, right? We in a war, right? And the burden of proof is not on me. The burden of proof is on the objector. Okay? So when you object to someone, the burden of proof is on you. You have to prove what you're objecting to is correct. Okay? Yes, there's no end to these connections. And okay, I can just picture Tiff walking TT Hall saying, don't you do this, don't you do, or you be the first one gone, probably. Okay, so that's the first thing that they did. And like I said, I'm not sure who that was to benefit. I feel like this is a war, and I probably would have objected because I'm going to be here at the proceedings. If you objecting to me, you should be here at the proceedings too. Why should you be able to call in? Why should you be able to participate via Zoom? This is not a real court hearing. This is an electoral board hearing. And you objected to me. So I'm in a war. If I'm the lawyer, I'm objecting, because that's what I'm going to say. Objection. I'm going to be here in person. They objected to me. They should be here in person. But that's just me. If I was a lawyer, I'd be a nasty one. Just let you know.
For that motion? Second. Henyard, Supervisor, and Darlene Gray.
This is where she's reading.
Everett,
She's reading the evidence.
Longest serving trustee. Cook County case number 2024 COEL 000046.
Okay.
Exhibit F, January 3rd, 2025, emergency motion to set briefing schedule and hearing schedule.
I'm going to fast forward.
Exhibit G, January.
I'm going to fast forward to another part, because she's just reading into record what the evidence is. The objections, the nomination papers, a letter for the OMFM from December the 24th, the appointment of public members from December the 24th, the request to vacate for Lil Stank and Darlene. Let's see. There was a whole bunch of other stuff. It was just all the evidence that they entered. Objectors need to bring the proof. I'm telling you, I'll be a nasty lawyer. I'm just telling you. It's just unbelievable. The citizens need to put pressure on every lawyer in the Delgado law firm group until they leave every single one of the 17 and tell that. Why did she say longest serving? Because she is. Because Darlene is the longest serving trustee on the board currently, I believe. And so she is. That's why. And how? It just is. She's been there the longest. She's held that seat and the school board seat. If y'all don't get her out both of those seats, child, okay? All right. I'm going to go to minute 701, because then they get to the objections. This is going to be funny. right here. Let me see if I can do it. Okay.
Separately, just to keep the record clean in case there's an appeal. So we'll unfortunately have to go through that 2 more times. Okay, so, all right, now that the board exhibits have been accepted, I would ask the objectors to briefly state the nature of your objection.
Okay, right here, she tells them to state their objections. She says, hold on, because I hit the button. Sorry, y'all. This is the funniest part for me. Okay.
Separately, just to keep the record clean in case there's an appeal. So we'll unfortunately have to go through that 2 more times. Okay, so, all right, now that the board exhibits have been accepted, I would ask the objectors to briefly state the nature of your objection.
Look at Tweedledee and Tweedledum. She asked them to briefly state the nature of their objections. They got the papers right there in front of them, and ain't neither one of them, Tweedledee or Tweedledum said anything. You don't know your own objections? You objected to somebody and you don't know what you objected to. I still don't hear them saying that. But he's reading. Anywho, he's reading.
Okay, thank you. Does the candidates' council intend to file any sort of dispositive motions?
Yes.
Okay, have the parties.
So she asking them, do they plan on filing any motions? So let's go over this. Let's go over how this works. Okay? So the objectors get to present their case, okay? She wanted them to read what their objections were, right? So this is how it goes. They read their objections. Now on January 19th, then the attorneys for Napoleon Harris, they get to file motions. Let me show you guys. All right? Because this is where it get tricky, okay? And she was leading them. She was leading them, child. Okay? Everybody in this room, that's why I said conflict of interest, because she shouldn't have been telling them anything, asking them anything, telling them anything. She told them to read their objections. That's all she should have said. And she should have said, you going to read them or not? Child, take me out of here. Okay. So, this is how to navigate the process. Okay? This is the challenge process, the electoral board. Now, this is where it tells you the burden of proof. The objector in an electoral board proceeding has the burden of proving objection by a preponderance of the evidence, and relief will be denied if he or she fails to sustain that burden. Okay? Okay. You saw that. Burden of proof is on them. Okay? Rules of procedure. Evidence. Does not require that the rules of procedure be written or published, nor does it preclude the electoral board from adopting whatever rules it chooses. The flexibility accorded to electoral boards and the adoption of procedural and evidentiary rules is in recognition of the unique and important functions that electoral boards serve. Now let's talk about something. At the beginning of this meeting, I didn't show it to you, but they adopted rules which they already pre-adopted rules, which they sent out to everyone what the rules were. First thing. Second thing is they adopted in this meeting the subpoena rule. What rule they're going to go by for the subpoenas. You're going to see at one point in here, there is this thing where all of a sudden the chair, which is the lady with the glasses, says, well, I think we can allow it. And the lawyer says, you already adopted these subpoena rules. What you talking about? How can they submit us a blank subpoena? Because we already adopted the rule that you have to turn in your subpoena request along with who you're subpoenaing. So you cannot turn in a blank form because we already adopted the rules. Now she's trying to say that they could change the rules and make the rules bend. You either have rules or we don't have rules. What we doing? I don't like none of this that's happening. Just to let you know, I don't like none of that. And I told you, if I was a lawyer, I'd be ruthless. Okay, ruthless. You're not gonna get an inch from me, and I'm gonna object to everything if it makes it difficult for you, because that's my job. All right, here we go. So it's got to be expedited proceedings due to the impending statutory deadlines. Y'all see that? Expedited proceedings. All of these people talking in this meeting about, I'm going to be out of town, I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. You shouldn't have never agreed to be on the board because these are expedited proceedings. Let me know how that's occurring. They need to replace her or him or whoever. See right here, it says no continuances, but yet we are seeing continuances being made. Y'all make it make sense to me. Okay. So after we get the objections out of the way, okay, after we get the objections out of the way, what they was doing was they was setting dates. So once the Napoleon Harris's side heard what they were objecting to, because they had to read it in the record what they objected to, this is when they set the dates for the motions. So motions. Let me tell you what motions are. So it says, preliminary motions. Answer. No written answer or response to the objector's petition is required. Preliminary motions. Challenge the legal sufficiency of the objector's petition. Objector's standing or qualifications to file objector's petitions may be challenged. Any preliminary motion or challenge must be filed timely, or any such challenge shall be deemed waived. They do every day by 5. Now, didn't we just hear that lady change the time? Didn't she say by 7 o'clock when it should be by 5 o'clock? Y'all see that? Conflict. See, this is what I'm saying. Conflict. Because why would you change the time? Why would you influence the board, excuse me, to make a motion to change the time? When the time is the time. The time is supposed to be 5 o'clock. You see that? Okay? Okay? You see that? The time says 5 p.m. But do you see her influence the board to let them change it to 7 p.m.? Couldn't have been me, because I would have said, nope. I object. I object. Because according to the Electoral Board rules, it's by 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is 5 p.m. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm looking for this. All right. So they're going to file motions. Even says she doesn't want to do the week. She don't get a choice. She shouldn't get a choice. Okay, I'm just saying. 5 p.m. is 5 p.m. Why are we changing things to 7? So they're going to make motions. Motions to strike, motions to dismiss. This is on the 19th. This is what they're going to file. They're going to say, Napoleon Harris team, they're going to come up and they're going to say, I make a motion. I want to make a motion to strike. They have to put it in writing. Make a motion to strike, whatever. I make a motion to dismiss, whatever they want to dismiss. Those have to be filed by the 19th. Okay? On the 22nd, then they're going to get a response to subpoenas. So they're filing subpoenas for people that they want to subpoena to come in and testify. They adopted the subpoena rules that you have to file your subpoena paper by the 22nd, and your subpoena paper has to include all the information that needs to be included to serve the person that you want to be subpoenaed. Now, let me know why we sat through a whole discussion. Let me just play it. Let me see what minute we was at. Middle pad missing. Was that 15? Present motions. Okay. Now we're going to go to 15.
Yeah, we were only given, that is the one we were talking about. We were only given 2 pages.
Here go the whole 2 pages debacle.
Yeah, we just have 2. So it reads, and I did ask the clerk's office if everything was filed. She said that she thought it was only 2 pages, that she remembered pretty clearly. Okay. Well, then I think it's possibly going to be what part of the dispute might be. So, I would just encourage the parties to contact maybe the clerk's office, find out, what exactly was filed. But because what we were given as the electoral board attorneys was 2 pages, and it went from the first page where it had.
First of all, y'all, let me tell you, this would have been my first objection. What you talking about? You going to get the clerk to see if she could testify? Because she need to be subpoenaed properly, like everybody else. Why are we going over here to get anyone? Because we usurping the process. What's happening? Anybody want to tell me what's happening? What's happening? What's happening with that? What's happening? Spicy, that was funny. I gotta try to stay on track though, because I'll be laughing at y'all and forget. Why? These are the things that I'm saying. The process is the process. If we supposed to be subpoenaing people on the 22nd, why would she say? And why don't KP have? Don't neither one of them have the papers, but they gonna let them leave, which is crazy, because why should they be able to leave and go get anything? Because you're supposed to have all your stuff with you. You are the objector. The burden of proof is on you. And if you don't have what you're supposed to have to prove, okay, well, this is dismissed because you don't have what you have. You have what you have right now, and it's not what you need. I'm asking, why are we going to get the clerk when the clerk should have been properly subpoenaed? So we just gonna let this happen? Okay, we gonna let it happen then, because that's exactly what happened.
In the middle, the candidate does not meet residency requirements, and then the second page had number 8 at the top.
Now this is where she tried to explain to them it goes from 1 to 8. You missing a page, baby. There was too confusion for me. Rent and Stimpy, they couldn't figure it out. Rent and Stimpy didn't have it.
Present their motions, and the board will then decide based upon what their motions are. Mr. Price and Mr. Smith will present whatever evidence they have to dispute what Mr. Ladizinski and Ms. Centeno file, and then the board will need to make a decision on that basis.
Now, why is she speaking for them?
Even though the
They
same
should
motion
be
is
speaking for
dismissed,
themselves.
To the issue of the filing, we may have some sort of evidentiary testimony, on a very limited basis, as to what occurred.
She is
filing,
basically
but we'll just have to see
doing
the
what they
parties.
supposed to be doing.
There's
Tell me
nothing
why.
to decide at this moment. The parties have to present their arguments, and then the board can make a decision after reviewing those arguments. Okay.
The
Okay,
ignorance.
is there anything further on this case? Yes, so the board rules.
Now, this is where they go to the rules, where she tried to say that they could bend the rules. What?
So I would just point everybody to rule number 10 as it relates to the requesting of subpoenas.
That part,
It
Tracy.
does state that at the request of any party, the electoral board at its sole discretion may issue subpoenas requiring the attendance of witnesses and subpoenas to.
First of all, she's acting in the role of the clerk because she's doing the voting. She's keeping record of the voting and the motions. She ain't supposed to be doing all that talking, especially not for them.
Tuesday's Tecum regarding the production of such books, papers, records, and documents as may be relevant evidence of any matter under inquiry before the electoral board in the same manner as witnesses are subpoenaed in the circuit courts of Illinois. The request for issuance of a subpoena shall be made to the electoral board in writing and shall identify the person or entity being subpoenaed and any materials requested pursuant to the subpoena, the purpose of the subpoena, and a statement describing why the subpoenaed person and or materials are relevant to the proceedings. A draft of the subpoena being requested by the.
Now here she is telling them about subpoenas and what they need to have in their subpoenas. All of this information needs to be in your subpoena when you turn it in. Not none of this, oh, we don't know the name of the person. We can't get the name of the person. Oh, how we supposed to get the name of the person? Well, that's your business because you the one filed the objection. Don't look over here at me. I ain't got nothing to tell you. The burden of proof is on you. So you either got the name that you need or you don't. Because I'm not finna give it to you. Why should I give it to you? I wish I would hire a lawyer and they giving the other side information against me. Child.
Party shall also accompany the request. Service of such subpoenas shall be made by sheriff or in such other manner as allowed by the circuit courts of Illinois. The fee for the service of such subpoenas and statutorily mandated appearance and travel fees for subpoenaed witnesses and documents shall be paid by the party seeking the subpoena. If a person served with an electoral board subpoena fails to honor it, the electoral board may seek judicial enforcement of the subpoena as provided by law. So at this time, I would ask the board, does the board want to set any subpoena request deadlines, or do we want to do the motion to strike and dismiss? Given that we need to keep these cases kind of moving, it would be my suggestion that the board do set a deadline for the request of subpoenas, and then after argument on the motion to strike and dismiss, if the case survives the motion.
You be so worried about my finger. What my finger doing to you? Nothing. Anywho, they're setting the rules for the subpoenas. Thank you, sir, for this. Okay. The clerk is a party to the matter before the election board and likely must recuse herself. She asked to be recused, Charles. She wrote a letter to the judge asking to be removed. Right? Okay. She shouldn't give them options. No. All right. So they're getting ready to accept the subpoena rules, and she's asking them, do they want to accept the subpoena rules as is, as she read them, or if they wanted to make deadlines for when the subpoenas have to be turned in times.
Strike and dismiss. Then at that time, I think the board should rule on the request for subpoenas.
I think we should have the requests for subpoenas due on the 24th at the time of our hearing.
Well, then you won't have enough time to review them, so my suggestion would be to have them due on the 22nd or 23rd.
If we use the same pen, I agree with you.
True, very true. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. So subpoena, do you guys have any problems with that? All subpoena requests would be due on the 19th. Then any responses or objections to the subpoena request would be due on the 22nd. Any reply or response to the objection, if you will, for the subpoena request, that would be due on the 23rd, and all of these would be due by 7 p.m. on those specific days. So
Now, tell me how the ending date is the 23rd when we read that the ballot got to be certified by the 23rd. I'm asking a question. So she wants them to file all of their motions and subpoenas and things they need on the 19th. They will do responses to these subpoenas and motions on the 22nd. And then on the 23rd, it's supposed to be a reply. But by the 23rd, the ballot is supposed to be certified. We just read it in the handbook. In the military, they point all 5 fingers at you because they're never wrong. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Wait, wouldn't that be more than an additional page? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, let me see. I got my notebook here. Got that.
is the board good with that? Yes. Okay, then can I have a motion to accept the subpoena schedule as stated?
So
Second. Member, Chair Raymond?
Yes.
Member Swanson?
yes.
Member Osfeld?
Yes.
Motion carries. Okay, is there anything further on this case from the parties? No? Okay, all right, then we will, we'll recess that case. We'll do a big recess vote at the end, but we'll recess that case until the next hearing date, which again is January 24th.
All right, I'm going to go to minute 2230. Let's see.
The judgments that that judge made as it relates to the Zoom call relate specifically to the composition of the board. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I do believe that in the second objection that there are allegations related to the caucus as well. So I don't know if she was specifically talking about the objection in the first case or the second case. But regardless, I would suggest that you put all of this in your response and put your arguments in your response. But, the board will note what you stated, but that should be in the form of a response, and you can certainly make that argument, oral argument, on the 24th. Okay.
So this was the first time that Michael Smith was wrong. I'm going to show you what she said.
The judgments that that judge made as it relates to the Zoom call relate specifically to the composition of the board. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, I do believe that in the second objection that there are allegations related to the caucus as well. So I don't know if she was specifically talking about the objection in the first case or the second.
Okay,
case.
so this was the conversation. Hold on, let me go back because they had a Zoom call with the judge, and Michael Smith tried to say that the judge had the 3 pages, and so the pages is in record.
Yes.
Member Swanson.
Yes.
Member Osfeld.
Now watch what Tiffany
Motion
tell
carries.
him about this.
Okay, so anything further on this case from the parties?
Thank you, Zandra Robinson.
Okay, all right, then we'll recess that case. We'll do a big recess vote at the end, but we'll recess that case.
Watch
until the
this.
next
This is
hearing
the
date,
first time that
which
Michael
again
Smith is wrong.
January 24th, 2025 at 1:15 p.m. And for the location of the hearing, the location will hopefully be here. I will keep everyone posted as to where the location of the hearing is going to be. So. All right, we're gonna go ahead, if the board is ready, we can go ahead and call the second case.
Yes.
Okay, calling case number 25.
Wait.
Oh, I'm
Let's go
sorry.
off the record. As a matter of fact.
Are we going off the record?
No, before we go
Oh.
into another case, the judge mentioned at the hearing about page 2 in particular, before the public members were appointed. She talked about the caucus rules and about it being inside of the objection. I want to make that as a matter of record. The judge talked about that at the hearing about the caucus rules. And she said she read inside of the objection, and that was part on why she made her decision on removing. When we were on the Zoom call.
If I may, first of all, just real quick. So what happened on that Zoom call and the judgments that judge made?
So this was the first time that Michael Smith was wrong. Thought he was right. Look at him in that velvet
That's
jacket.
the first thing. Second
Thought
thing
he
is,
was right. Was wrong as wrong can be.
the second objection, that there are allegations related to the caucus as well. So I don't know if she was specifically talking about the objection in the first case or the second case. But regardless, I would suggest that you put all of this in your response and put your arguments in your response. But, the board will note what you stated, but that should be in the form of a response, and you can certainly make that argument, that oral argument, on the 24th.
So the record's clear here is, this perspective, Mr. Price did not submit anything to the court with regard to the appointment of the member. It was a combination of my office and the Olson firm that submitted this objection, which contained 2 pages. Neither page is marked. This was the document that was submitted. And page 2, it says, number 4, it leads to the issue of the rules. So this is what was submitted. And it says the polling here is caskets given. So this is what was 1 through 4.
Now look at the lawyer having to clear it up for them. Crazy.
That's what she was referring to.
So either way though,
Objection, I want the board to understand, that is what's inside of our objection. So if it was not turned in, how would it ever be mentioned?
It depends on the second page.
It's not the page you're talking. Let's be honest,
so.
Wait a minute, one person at a time to make it easy for the stenographer.
The man got to yell at them.
And I think, Madam Chair was just probably going to state that these arguments should all be presented in the various motions as well as the responses and the replies. But,
Ridiculous.
the board
Absolutely
takes notice of the
ridiculous.
things that were stated today, but we encourage the parties to put that in their written pleadings. Anything else you want to
They don't
say?
even know what their own page say on the objections. That's
I
crazy.
don't know if you have a receipt with the number of pages submitted, any proof you can bring us, and the page.
All right, we're gonna go to minute 27. 27:41. Okay, this is the lady.
Acknowledging receipt of Ms. Craftheffer's appearance on behalf of Nicole and here, on behalf of the objectors. Okay, and do we have anybody here on behalf of the candidates?
Yes, Stephen Levisinski, L-A-D-U-Z-N-S-K-Y, on behalf of the candidate.
Priscilla Centeno on behalf of candidate C-E-N-T-E-N-O.
And just to go back, I apologize, Mr. Mullen, you were also here, and can you just state who you are appearing for?
That part, Winky. They don't want to do the proper paperwork, right? And they are the ones filing the objection. I don't understand this. And she's allowing this nonsense to go on.
Objectors, and I tendered my appearance to the parties and to the board, as
go on.
well as the waiver of service on behalf of the objectors.
Thank you, so noted. And for the for the candidates council, you guys have both tendered your appearances and waivers of service?
To the board, that's correct, and will be forming our appearances.
Great, thank you. All of that will be made part of the record. Okay, so at this time, we are gonna go through the board exhibits as we did in the last case. So if it pleases the board, I will go through and, I know it's a long list, but just bear with me.
Thank you.
The board exhibits shall be, subject to the approval of the board, of course. Exhibit A, objections. Exhibit B, nomination.
Okay, this is the part where she go in and read all of this.
So moved.
Chair Raymond,
Yes.
Member Swanson,
Yes.
Member Oswald.
Yes.
Motion carries. The board exhibits have been accepted into the record. Okay, so then at this time, I'd ask the objectors to give us a brief statement on the nature of the objections, please.
The objection is that the candidate does.
This is what I asked, sir. This is what I asked right here. Who is paying for them to? And guess where they're from? They're from Ansel and Glink. They are the village attorneys for Harvey, Illinois. The Speaker of the House is an attorney at this law firm. And his wife was an attorney there before she became a judge. Okay? So we're going to talk about this. Let's speed through this. I'm gonna tell y'all about this section right here. During this section right here, she asked them what they're objecting to. They say they're objecting to Napoleon Harris living in the township. They're stating that he does not live in the township, that he lives in Flossmoor, which is not a part of Thornton Township. And that part. And she better stay in line. Okay, so that's what they're talking about right here. He's getting ready to state it. Then the woman is getting ready to say some things that you all need to hear.
In Thornton Township and resides in Flossmoor, which is in Rich Township.
Okay. Is that the only objection that's in? Okay, just want to confirm. And objectors, will you be filing any sort of dispositive motions?
Yes, we will be on, yeah, it's good.
Okay. Earlier, in an earlier case, we read off a briefing schedule and
Yeah,
I
sure.
would suggest that we use the same briefing schedule to keep everything running on the same track. Do the candidates have any objection to the briefing schedule being 119 to file any sort of motion by the objectors? Okay. Correct, by 7 p.m. I was going to say that at the end. By 7 p.m. January 22nd for any response, also by 7 p.m. And January 23rd for any replies, also by 7 p.m. Do the parties have any objection to that briefing schedule?
Well, can we inquire as to what the nature of the motion to dismiss will be, and perhaps we can get it done a little more quickly? We're already very late in the cycle for this, and certifications are supposed to be to the Cook County Clerk's office by January 23rd. So is there any way to certifications are supposed to be to the Cook County Clerk's office by January 23rd?
You can certainly ask.
Do you hear this lady? Do you hear the lady? Ask her. These are supposed to be to the Cook County's office by January 23rd. So how are we making these dates? And we're going to end up on January the 23rd and still not have a decision. That means that the ballot won't be certified on time as per the Illinois code. Y'all heard it. And you see the face? Y'all see the face she making? Yeah. Because you know you done effed up. You know you effed up, right? In my Bill Duke voice. You know you effed up, right? Mm-hmm. Look at that face. Y'all see where that face got paused? Because the lawyer tells her. Okay? The lawyer tells her. We supposed to be done with all of this mess before the 23rd because the ballot have to be certified on the 23rd. So you making all these dates for after the date. What we doing? Child. Anywho, we're going to continue.
Yeah, due to board availability, I think that this is the only briefing schedule that we can really do that's going to be fair.
I thought the board was going to be after the 24th, but not earlier in the week.
Who said this? Winky Wonder. That's what I told y'all. I said I would be objecting to everything. Everything. Because everything about that first part was wrong. Okay? But that lady she should have when she gave out the dates the first time. You personally think they forgot page 2? And they probably did. The clerk says, you'll see the clerk says that he said, oh shoot, oh well. Okay? And this is just a distraction. They wasting people time and making the ballot come out late and all of that other stuff just to be petty. Anyway, we're going to continue.
I know that Ms. Osfeld has a tight schedule the following week, is what she stated. I personally we can't do a hearing on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday are completely booked for me. So also for me, the only days would be the 23rd and 24th, and the 23rd, I think, deprives the parties of some.
You shouldn't be presiding over this anyway. You, Northern people, if they got a conflict with their schedule, they need to be replaced because these are supposed to be expedited hearings. So make it make sense to me why we even sitting here talking about this. Because I would have objected to this whole mess. That's what I would have done.
Time, and that would actually require us to then come back the 23rd and 24th because we're already going to be here on the 24th for the other case. So I do know that it's the day after certification, and we're going to try and move this along as quickly as possible.
So you know it's the day after certification, so you already know you're wrong. Okay.
We still got to make sure that all parties have their due process.
And I thought you asked them when they said whether that would work for the second case.
We did.
So I, last August, committed to give a speech in Springfield on the 23rd and to give a bunch of speeches at the Illinois Association of Park Districts Conference on Friday and Saturday. But because the board amended its rules to allow Zoom participation, depending what time this case was, I could possibly. Because the board amended its rules to allow Zoom participation.
Okay.
Depending what time this case was, because the board amended its rules.
I mean, that's fine with me. Do the objectors have any objection to? Okay. And the board has no problem with Ms. Crafter appearing via Zoom if necessary?
No problem.
But this would be the 24th.
24th, correct. Yeah, we would
Right.
still stick with the same schedule.
Okay.
What
Okay.
time, what time on the 24th?
The initial hearing, the first hearing for the first case would be at 1:15. So I would estimate at least half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe for oral argument for the two cases and.
Good night, Seceding.
Since we know Ms. Kraft Heffer will be participating remotely,
And they should, Winky Wonder.
order in which we hear those cases.
And that part, Tracy, she knew weeks ago.
I hear that one first.
I have no objection to that. Mr. Price, Mr. Smith, do you have any objection to your case?
This whole thing is a freaking debauchery. The whole entire, throw the whole entire electoral board away. Throw it away. The whole entire thing. Did KP and Dodge go by the pantry to get brain food? I believe they did. Somebody said they smell like Krispy Kreme donuts. Wait, so if these objections won't be settled till after certification day, it wouldn't affect the certification. Am I thinking correctly? It's definitely going to affect the certification. They are waiting on these objection hearings to certify the ballot, to say who's going to be on the ballot. They cannot do anything with the ballot until these hearings are over. There's a deadline. Listen, this woman got the Southland behind on everything. They wasn't turning in budgets. They wasn't meeting any types of deadlines. You welcome, Succeed, and have a good day tomorrow. Get your rest. You can listen to this on the way to work. Okay? All right. So they're waiting on these proceedings to certify the ballot, to say who's going to be on it. Okay? So That is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Throw this whole board away. Throw it away. And get me some people here that can do these proceedings. Bip, bip, bip. Next week, these proceedings need to be done. Period. So that the ballot can be certified on time. Because why? Because it's due process. The people deserve that, and that is the rules. Okay? I don't know if I want to do that. I'm scared now, Spicy Creole. Okay? This is what happens when people play games to keep people off the... Exactly. Charles, I'm loving everything about you over here. Okay? I'm loving everything about you. This is what happens when people play games to keep people off the ballot. Now, what can this affect? This can affect the ballots. Got to be printed. They need to be printed. Loads of them, because they have to go to all of the precincts. This is going to put pressure on the printer. This is going to put big pressure on the printer to have all of these. And we talking thousands of ballots. We ain't talking about a few hundred ballots. We talking thousands of ballots. They have to have one ballot for every registered voter. Child. All right.
He's going second. Okay, so that's fine.
We have no objection.
Okay, so then we'll do case. No, no, I'll just list it differently on the agenda. I'll just list it out of order, and we can, you can always take it out of order. So we can always do a motion to take the second case first. So it's not a big deal.
Sharon, it will affect everyone. Whoever's going to be on the ballot. We need to know who's going to be on the ballot. We can't know until these hearings are over.
Okay, and I'm assuming that the parties will also be requesting subpoenas?
Yep,
so
Tina
we'll do
P.
the same subpoena schedule. So any requests for subpoenas due on January 19th by 7 p.m. Any responses or opposition?
Now, why would she say any subpoena request due on the 19th by 7 p.m. and I just showed y'all that statute that said everything supposed to be turned in by 5 p.m. 5. Why is she saying 7? Irregularities.
Rather, will be due by the 22nd at 7 p.m. And any response to the opposition or reply would be due on the 23rd by 7 p.m. And again, we'll be back here on the 24th at 1:15. And can I get a motion to approve this?
Now, how you going to be back there on the 24th? Why nobody didn't catch that date? Why are you going to be back there on the 24th? That is the day after certification is due. Why would you be back there on the 24th?
Chair Wayne?
Yes.
Member Swanson?
Yes.
Member Osfeld?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Are there any other matters that either party would like to raise at this moment?
Yes, since the
Here you go.
exhibits are all going to be the same, if we could have those submitted to all parties with the exhibit labels on them.
Y'all, we might have to do this in 2 parts.
Because I don't want to be taking something from outside the court file.
I might have to get the rest of my notes tomorrow. I got 2 shows tomorrow. Lord Jesus.
Okay, that should not be a problem. Hannah, my associate, had to step out, but between Hannah and I, we will get that done and get that out to the parties within the next 24 to 48 hours.
All right, so I just have a procedure question related to the subpoenas that isn't addressed by the rules. If we want to issue subpoenas to people whose identities we don't know now, for example, we anticipate that the candidate is going to be saying that he lives in a leased apartment and we would want to subpoena the landlord, but we don't know who it is. how do you want us, we don't have discovery in these cases, so how do you want us to deal with those requests for subpoenas if we haven't identified?
Now, y'all hear this lady? She says that Napoleon is renting a leased apartment. They don't know the name of the landlord. Okay, Tina P, I'm probably gonna do this in 2 parts. I'm probably gonna end right here because this is a good cliffhanger. Okay, that part. This woman, see this woman? She is from Ansel and Glink. She is the village attorney for the village of Harvey. Okay. Now listen. She says that they need to subpoena, allegedly, that Napoleon is leasing or renting some apartment in Harvey and they don't know who the landlord is. Explain it to me. Make it make sense to me how that is the problem of 1, the electoral board, and 2, the problem of Napoleon's and them's attorney. Okay? Part of the place that Harris lives is part of the Dalton and part of the yes. Okay? Lawyer asking her, how do we serve a subpoena on a landlord we don't know? Who problem is that? Because what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? I told y'all the burden of proof is on who? The objector. So let me know why she's even letting this lady tell her about her problem. If I was the lawyer on the other side, I would be objection. I would say objection. As the objector, she should have all of her information ready to go. If she doesn't know the landlord and she's the village attorney for the village of Harvey and she can't find out who the landlord is and she works in the village of Harvey, whose problem is that? Definitely not our problem because we didn't object to them. They objected to us. She should have all of her stuff in order. Look up the tax property address. There's your landlord. But it ain't their job to tell her that. She is the one that is objecting. Her client is the one that is objecting. But it ain't that easy, Michael, because the property is not listed. I think it's listed a different way, she claims. And so they can't find who it is. Okay? Girl, Mashia, they need me up in there because I'll be like, hold up. So what you telling me is, you wrote an objection to my client's residency and you don't even have the proof that you need to prove he don't live in the township? Oh, baby, just be quiet because I'm finna make a motion to dismiss and strike you right up out of here. Now, all of this talk that goes on after, that's right, sure. This is the issue. This is the issue right here. Because that's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Okay? That's how you do it. That's not their problem. That's her problem, though. If you're going to object to somebody's residency, you should have the information you need to prove that you are correct. We just read that, right? Child. This foolery should have been stopped right there. Because why are you sitting up here asking me how, what? Why are you asking me any of these questions? And the Delgado lawyer is answering her. This is insane. Okay? This is insane. This is insanity here. How is she going back and forth with her about information that she's supposed to have? She should tell her, I don't know what you're going to do about it. But instead, she gives her a solution. Y'all watch this mess.
Individuals yet to whom they would know it.
And I guess you would label it as an unknown person at this time.
You can't issue a subpoena on any person.
Good night, finding good. Now listen, why would she tell her, I guess you should label it as an unknown person? She not supposed to be telling them anything like that. And you can't label unknown person because an unknown person can't be served. These subpoenas have to be served the same day that they're signed off on, because these are expedited hearings. Okay? She should not be telling her nothing. She should be telling her, well, you're going to have to figure it out because the burden of proof is on you. That's the only thing she should be saying. That is why she should not be presiding over these proceedings. You have a conflict of interest. And you are now not making unbiased decisions. Because why should she be telling her? Listen to what else she tell her to. Listen to what else she tell her.
Does the municipality have any sort of list of landlords?
The property.
Did you hear her? Does the municipality have? Why are you sitting there telling them what they should be doing to get their evidence? And why is the other lawyer not objecting? He should say, objection. The burden of proof is on them. If she don't have her information, she don't have her information. Then she cannot subpoena what she want to subpoena. She'll have to write her response like everybody else. This whole thing has me confusion.
Is allegedly listed in is not registered in Harvey as a rental property as required by the city ordinances. So we don't have that information. The city doesn't have that information.
Okay.
And you crying to me because
I honestly don't know procedurally how that would be
Well, okay.
accomplished.
All right,
she's still talking to her about it.
Provided that if we at least give a description.
She's still talking to her about it. Y'all help me. Y'all help me. Help me. Makes no sense. I don't understand it. I hope all these people in the meeting watch this episode. They will learn a lot. Ciao. Who can report this conflict of interest? I hope all these people in the meeting watch this. Oh, I read that. Sorry. Is their own fault. I should have checked the paperwork before they walked out of the door. Tell it. Tell it. Maybe he is using all this to allow them to hang themselves and get the case thrown out. This is not a court of law in Hadley. This is a procedural hearing. Okay? There are certain rules that are followed, but at this time, you're supposed to be moderating, but you're interfering. I'm finna object 10,000 times until you hear me, until you call me and I tell you that you are interfering. And I'm going to tell you the burden of proof is on them. So why are you asking her questions about where to get the information she needs? Because she got to figure out where she need to get the information that she need. Hey, Mac Man in the morning. Okay. It most definitely could end up in a court of law. And guess what it's going to do? The ballot still ain't going to be certified because this question has to be answered. And she's up here giving out dates for January 24th. One time she gives out a date for January 31st. Absolutely not. Eli said he had the copies with all 3 pages before he left. When he come back, he only had 2 pages. Anywho, this is where we're going to put a pin in it. It looks like I'm going to end up doing part 2 because there was a lot. Do y'all see this notebook? There, I had a lot of notes on this notebook. Because if we talk about procedures, we ain't even got to the half. Okay? If they wanted to prove their allegations, they need to pay for a private investigator. They didn't because the governmentalists. Okay? Okay? Lawyer knows this all being court recorded. She's definitely letting her hang. They can. But at the same time, my objection going to be on record. Definitely it's going to be on record. I'm going to let the judge, if this goes to a judge, know that I objected. And this is why. She literally telling them how to get the information that they need to be against the other side. Where is that? Where do we do that at? Tina P, I thought you was going to bed. Yeah, part 2 gets spicy, and it do. You've done an outstanding job, SP. It okay? Okay. Y'all want me to do part 2 tomorrow? Okay, we're gonna break right here. I wrote down where I stopped at for my video. Because look at this paper, y'all. I have way more things to bring to y'all's attention. So I have that page. I have 4 pages left. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mashia. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Could this be a play to delay the election? We know they're trying any and everything, golfer. We know that they are trying any and everything. I really like her hair. Oh, thank you. Ja. It takes a whole day for me to do my hair. I have to do self-care. Okay? This is a typical okie dokie play. Okay. So we're going to get into part 2 tomorrow. I got 2 lives to do tomorrow. I don't know. I'm supposed to be having a live with Shawan tomorrow night too. Eesh. We'll see what we can do. Okay? We'll see what we can do. Golfer, this info is on point. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going to try to link all of the things that I found to this video so that you all can either access them. I'll post them on a post on the community page. I'll try to make sure that you get all of this information that you need. I think Justin was posting this book in the chat, but I will find it again. I'll link it to this video. Okay. Terry Williams, thank you. Are you new? We had a new subscriber earlier. Thank you to the new subscriber. I don't know who you were, but thank you so much. Send it all to Napoleon. Okay. Thank you, beautiful lady. I'm deep in the country. My only self-care today was putting on Lumi daughter. Oh, wow. Cows don't care. They might. I don't know. You are awesome, Saul. Thank you, Prima Donna. Thank y'all. Good night. Tomorrow, we will do part 2. Maybe I'll come on early and get this part 2 out of the way. So you guys keep your notifications on. And just in case I come in early, I'm going to try to come in early. Okay. Thank you, Super Producer. You're welcome, Jim C. Always, always. Okay. Good night. You guys have a great night. Get up in the morning on time. Okay. Get up in the morning on time.
So what you gonna do? All in the queue. It's hella to you. All in the queue. It's check out the view. All in the queue.